I'm gonna crack up every single time just looking over at you.
I'm just funny looking, you know. Anyway, my name's Ted. Oh, sorry. Let's read.
You gotta do like a kick-ass opening. It's gonna be
I know
like,
that's
welcome to the drink with your host Frank Brugal and Ted Wingender.
Wingender.
How you say it?
Wingender.
Wingender. How do you?
Wingender.
Wingender.
Wingender. There you go.
Wingender. And Wingender.
Wingender.
Start the thing.
Welcome to The Drink. I'm your host, Ted.
And I'm Frank.
And this is The Drink, where we talk about environmental issues and bringing awareness to all things environment and nature. So, hi, Frank.
I think we don't need to record. I mean, it's good to have it, but don't pretend that's not there. It's not recording. Because we should only do the voice because it's a podcast. So you know.
Yeah. So
this is that's like extra.
Yeah, that's extra, I guess. Hi, Brittany.
Hi. It's also good to just like let it be conversation. Like,
Yeah.
Make it so like.
Yeah. Don't be so like.
Say, hey guys,
like
my name's
I can see you're like stiff right now.
Yeah,
You gotta just loosen
like,
up.
Hey guys, my name's Ted. This is Frankie.
We're doing a
our
podcast every month, I guess, with a special guest to visit and weigh in on some issues.
Yeah, this week it's just us. It's just our first trial run. You gotta have a conversation. You can't make it. You don't want it to be so like. If you ever listen to a podcast, it's very
weird.
like if something happens, you guys start laughing. You start laughing. You don't start over.
Yeah.
So, 1, 2, 3, go.
Do the intro.
Just say, hey guys.
Okay. Hey guys, this is called The Drink, our first episode. My name is Ted.
And I'm Frank. And we're coming to you live in the basement of Ted's house. All right, so what we're going to be doing is a podcast every month or so.
Yeah, every month with a surprise guest in each show.
Surprise for them, not surprise for us, though.
Well, yeah, true. But we're just going to be, talking about local issues and
some environmental issues to focus on. We'll have our guests weigh in on some certain topics that we're going to...
Some specific things.
Yeah, that they're professional in.
Okay.
For instance, tell them about next week. Tell them next week.
Next week, we're actually going to have Will Henniger on the show.
Right.
He's a professor at Kean University, and he's
meteorologist.
He is a meteorologist. Well, he used to be, but he still is as a practice. And he's a fanatic about composting.
Cool.
He's a really big advocate of composting and recycling.
So that's what we could do next week. We can break it down so people who are listening can have like a beginner's guide and start composting on their own. It's probably easier than anyone really thinks.
What was it? My last semester at Kean, I actually we did the senior seminar and my group did a composting, so I could have like a link or something.
Absolutely.
Or,
and we'll set this up. We'll have a page so people can contact us. If you have any questions or comments, and we'll try to actually address that in the upcoming shows. We'll come back to it and give you some answers.
Yes, definitely.
All right, cool. So this is a good spot. We'll take a break right here.
Yeah, let's take a break.
That's good. That was good.
I need a drink now. And we're back with The Drink. I'm your host, Ted, and with us today is an actual surprise guest. Her name is Brittany.
Surprise to me, too.
Surprise to be on here, too.
Surprise to both of us.
Exactly.
Yes,
I wasn't expecting
Brittany.
it. So, Brittany, tell us what you are majoring in school. Like, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I graduated from Montclair State University this past year with my degree in psychology, and now I am a graduate student at Georgian Court University getting my school psychology certification. So that's where I'm at now.
Oh, awesome.
So nothing to do with any of what this podcast is about, so.
Damn. I thought you knew a little bit.
I don't know. Getting a layman's opinion.
Layman's?
Yeah.
So, I'm sure you've heard of all the hurricanes that hit in the Caribbean, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that's horrible that, all the islands got like demolished.
Yeah, my family's in Puerto Rico, so they said that.
Oh, you do have family down.
Yeah, for the first Hurricane Irma, they were okay. Everything, like, obviously everything was busted up, but they are up in the mountains, so they were like a little bit safer. They weren't on the coast,
okay.
but like my family has 2 restaurants on the water, so those were not the greatest. And then the second hurricane, we got in contact with them. They're okay, but I mean nothing around them is obviously okay. But
Well, I'm glad that they're still
Yeah.
alive and everything, because
yeah, they are.
that's good.
Yeah, but yeah.
What you said they had restaurants?
Yeah, right on the ocean front. There's 2 different. I don't know what the names are.
Oh, you
I've
don't
been
know?
to them. I just don't know what their names are.
That's good,
One's like a seafood restaurant. The other one is just like all
Like
Puerto
those-
Rican food. Yeah.
All local food.
Yeah, they're like down the street from each other, so it's convenient. My uncle goes back and forth from one to the next.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but it's beautiful down there. The weather, everything's great
Oh,
down
I
there.
can't imagine. That's like awesome. It's,
Felt like
it's
here.
tropical. Yeah.
It felt like here. I'm like, right today it's what, almost 90 degrees, and it's
Yeah, it's like 86 with the
September 24th.
Yeah.
That's
humidity's
crazy.
high. I was actually listening on the radio earlier today, and they said that the humidity is 60%, with the the temperature being like 86.
I said that it's like it got all of a sudden as soon as the first day it like got all chilly at the end of September. First week or so of September it got chilly, and now all of a sudden it's back up to 88 degrees, 90
Yeah.
degrees. So
transition
there's a
season.
topic for you. There you go.
Transition season when it's like middle of summer, it's like all hot, and then as soon as we get into like the fall autumn season, it's like switching like
Yeah,
every
we don't
week.
have like a transition here. It's either one or the other. But this season, for some reason, it's going back and forth. Usually, it goes all of a sudden from hot to cold, and now it's
Well, yeah, that's what I mean by the transition season. Like
yeah.
it's hot a couple days, and then it's cold a couple days, and then it finally goes cold.
Yeah.
And then that turns into snow.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for the heat today, so
Yeah, no.
not expecting
Where you
it.
were like the
Yeah, like all full
leggings
dress.
and stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't
And
ready
all
for it.
all black.
Hey, they said it was the first day of fall the other day. I was all ready for it, but they threw a curveball at me here.
Yeah, you were telling me that you were like, damn, this is freaking hot. Like I'm sweating.
I know. I walked outside. I was like, what the hell? It's like it was cold inside, but that
Yeah,
was...
next to your outside your house is really hot.
Yeah, it is because the sun. I don't have any break from the sun through the whole day. My house doesn't hide the sun at all. I don't know why. But
Well, you have some tree coverage, just not where you walk at.
well,
your
Sandy
house.
took down most of our tree coverage. We had a lot more tree coverage.
Oh, you did?
Sandy
Oh, wait,
took
what-
down like 5 of our trees. We had like big trees. They all came
Tumbling down.
tumbling down, broke our deck.
Some of the trees around my house actually fell down during that. We lost power for a few days. Well, we were fortunate enough to lose power for a few days compared to other people that were, displaced for months.
Yeah, like my
pioneers.
uncle, my aunt, my grandma, they were all, my uncle, my aunt, and my cousins didn't get back to their house for 6 months. Just to get over there. Like, they just got over on the island 6 months later. It took them, over a year to live back. Luckily, my uncle he lives right on the water, but he had just lifted his house up off the ground.
Oh wow,
So,
he did that just in time.
He did
then.
it literally just in time. His yard was a sinkhole, but got back.
And I thought, 4 days without power was kind of rough.
Yeah, no, we went my house here, down the street. We
Yeah.
went almost 40 something days without power. Yeah. But I mean, compared to what other people had, I'm happy for my loss of power. Yeah.
A few of my high school friends actually were displaced for.
Well, your grandparents.
Well, yeah, funny story about that. Because me and my parents couldn't even, get it.
Could hear that.
me and my parents couldn't even get a hold of my grandparents for like a whole week. So, and that was right when, Hurricane Sandy was coming in, and dude, I've never seen my dad so scared in his life. Well, it's his parents, so I mean, we actually stole my neighbor's kayak, and me and my dad actually kayaked to their house.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
we went
crazy.
from
All
like
the
a
hurricanes.
few.
There's so many more now. Everyone's like, oh, it's hurricane season. I'm like, but look at the hurricanes now compared to.
Oh no! I was even talking.
We never
to,
got
yeah.
hurricanes back.
Well,
when my parents were growing up.
When I was at work the other day, I actually told my coworker Willie, I was like, dude, this is insane. Like we've had what 5 hurricanes in a matter of a month.
It's crazy.
Like-
Earthquakes, all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the category, what was it? A 8.1
I don't
in
know.
Mexico.
I didn't read the details on it, but
They got
7.1.
damaged.
7.1 it was.
Oh, it is
7.1.
7.1.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's still nuts.
Thank you, Frankie.
Thank you,
You
Frankie.
know what's crazy too is like how like Snapchat works now, where you can
Yes.
see like people where it's
I
like
did
the
that to
creepy
look in Puerto
Oh, yeah,
Rico.
that's a new
it's
feature.
Yes.
kinda creepy.
You can go. What he's saying is, if you go on the
Yeah.
Snapchat map and you zoom out and you
checked
look
it out.
all over.
I went to where it happened in. I think it's Pueblo, Mexico. I think that's what it was. But like the day that it happened, like everyone was taking videos
Yeah.
already. It's like everyone
Yep.
has a cell phone in their pocket. You literally see like. First of all, it's like some people are showing like the aftershock of like they're in their homes and like the
Right.
lamps are shaking from the
Right.
ceiling, like the chandeliers, and then like
I
you have
literally
people who are
can't
actually
imagine
on the
that
street.
because that doesn't
crazy.
happen.
It looked like chaos.
Well, we did have that small one here a couple
Yeah,
years
I was
ago.
in
We
the-
did. I was on the
I was-
beach.
that
I didn't
was-
feel it.
I was in the kitchen on the phone, and I'm just like, "What is happening right
I
now?"
was
Like,
on the
person's like, "Did
beach.
you just
Oh.
feel that?" I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, that was an earthquake."
Yeah.
And
I was on
realized
the
it.
beach and I was walking a Wawa, so I was on my bike, so I didn't feel it. So
I
guess
was
'cause
in my
on
car
bike.
going down 37.
Yeah, and so I got into Wawa and everyone's like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!" I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, but
I didn't
my
know what
mom
it
was like, "Did you
was.
feel that?" I'm like,
Yeah.
What happened?" They're like, "We just had like a minor hurricane."
Hurricane. We had a little hurricane.
We
We
had
didn't
a little
know.
hurricane here, you know. But no, she asked me if I felt it. I'm like, I'm in my car. Why? What's up?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, we just had a little.
Crazy. But yeah, I did the
earthquake."
same thing with Puerto Rico. I zoomed out and
Yeah.
went to clicked on Puerto Rico, and you could see like the aftermath of the hurricanes there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you can either stalk your ex or your future girlfriend, or you can look at the hurricanes and the earthquakes,
Yeah,
whichever you
everything
choose
that
to
happened
do.
around the world.
Yeah.
Everything.
It's crazy.
All
like,
your friends are hanging out without you.
Yeah.
You
can
know.
look at buildings on fire and then collapsing into the streets.
Yeah, you know,
Jeez.
just typical.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Shit.
There's a lot of
crazy.
destruction, and it's been like I can't even imagine how much like the cost of everything that's happened in like the in the United States from this like summer. Like, you had how many hurricanes we get hit with? Like
There's
3
so
or 4.
many. Yeah.
We
Probably-
got hit because we had
Irma, Maria.
no, Harvey, Irma, Jose, Katia in the Gulf, and then we had Katia.
Sounds like a bitch. Katya.
Well, you know how they name hurricanes, right?
They look for the bitchiest ex-girlfriend or girlfriend that they have, and they just go, "We'll just
All right,
go
don't
with
hold
this one."
back.
I don't know how there's not a Brittany. Oh, there is. There was. There was. See?
Yeah, no.
They had a hurricane. It wasn't Frank, but it was called Frankenstorm. It was like 3 hurricanes in one.
Jesus.
So I'll take that one as mine. It's my hurricane.
My favorite storm so far was Winter Storm Jonas. It's a winter storm, but because I listen to Jonas Brothers.
Oh yeah,
all
well,
week.
we're gonna see actually this winter, and we're gonna get
I
those.
said there's gonna be so many
nor'easters.
snowstorms this
And I
winter.
plan on
can
going surfing
tell.
this winter, so. who
Well,
knows?
how it's? I mean, we just kind of. They're usually like a warm like winter, and I know when Christmas rolls around, I always want like a white Christmas, and it never is. So.
No, it's always like a white week and a half after Christmas,
Is it like?
or like,
Well,
is it
like
January
or
or
like
February?
a black Christmas
But
because
right,
the snow
right
is all
after
dirty.
Yeah.
right after New Year's is when we are
brown
supposed
Christmas.
to get some snow, but never.
But it seems
happens.
like those like snowstorms are becoming less frequent, but still, you're getting dumped on. Like how many? Do you remember
Dude,
like just a couple years ago how much snow we got?
the
one
last
time?
the last blizzard we probably had was that I actually remember clearly was probably what, like 10 years ago. I don't fucking know. Like it was.
Yeah, now we don't get the little
It's a
snows
podcast. We
anymore.
can
We
say
get
anything.
either like slammed with snow
As
or
far as I
nothing.
know.
As far as I know, we can say whatever we want.
My manager is giving me.
My manager,
We can
what?
we can say that
¿Qué?
F word.
¿Por qué?
Wait, I'm getting to read here.
Sorry, we'll just bleep it out.
Yeah.
We'll make it like bleep 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 bleep. So it sounds like you're cursing.
Fuck.
Alright, no. See that whole part's
See?
just gonna be like one.
Now we
whole-
just gotta take out the whole thing. It'll just go like this. Beep. We back
It
after
just
the short
cuts- it
message.
just cuts, yeah.
Beep.
Whatever. Guess
Jeez.
critics. But no, yeah, we had back to the topic here. We had, in order, it was Harvey that hit Texas, and then Irma, Jose, Katia, and Maria. Katia.
Yeah.
Katia committed. D. Sorry, that was bad.
What'd you say?
I said Katia committed.
They were telling us how like these are the storms that come around every like 500 years or so. I don't think it's recording.
Oh,
No,
it's
we-
not?
No.
Oh, alright.
And
Screw it then.
Video
Whatever.
what's it called? Yeah, these storms that we're supposed to be getting like every 500 years, and we got them.
Like
We
in
got
a
two
row or
within-
something.
Every 500
2
years.
weeks.
I think it's shorter than that, isn't it?
Well, because Maria was huge and Irma was huge. It's crazy.
And it's just gonna get worse and worse every year. I mean,
Right.
it's
Climate
all
change is
accurate.
a hoax, I
It's
swear.
all about the greenhouse gas,
Fake
CO2.
news.
Fake
Warmer
news.
weather equals warmer water, and you know what happens when hurricanes go over warm water? They get more
It's like a
powerful.
oh yeah,
I know that much. They
intensifies.
speed up.
Ooh, you
Not that
do.
much.
I mean, you saw the way. I think it was.
Wait, do you know how a hurricane forms? I mean, I'm sure you do.
I
I'm
don't
just
know
asking.
how a hurricane forms.
Okay, well, the
Do you
way
know
it.
how a hurricane
No, I
forms?
do. No,
Let's
I
hope.
Rhetorical
hope.
question.
Oh well, Google.
Google it. No,
Let's see, tell
basically, the way I learned. You remember Dr. Croft, right, Frankie?
Mm-hmm.
He actually taught me. He's like, believe it's like Morris Ave, and it's how it's a two-way street.
Mhm.
So what happens is that
It's cold and warm weather. Or?
no, it's just like the opposite winds
Frankie,
going
let him
against
teach
each
us.
Don't shoot.
I am teaching
Don't
you right
shoot.
now. Raise your hand
okay.
before you talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cut you.
Okay then.
Frankie
Anyway.
just threatened our lives, everybody,
Okay.
in case you were wondering.
Stand
So
by.
if we don't have
Have a nice
another
one.
episode in a week, you know
You
why.
know why, Frankie just...
But anyway, back to the topic. Like when opposite winds are going against each other, eventually they start to form a circular flowing pattern, and then
Now, question. So
What?
tornadoes are circular.
Yes,
like
they
that,
are.
right?
I-
What's the difference? How does a hurricane not
That's the
turn
difference.
into...
I think the difference is because, well, it has to do with cold front and like warm fronts coming together and
Sorry.
like low pressure and high pressure.
Yeah.
And I mean, don't quote me on this. We'll have to like ask Google after this
Yeah.
next break.
I'm
But,
gonna say, well, just
but,
Google it right now.
but I
Yeah.
think that at least has something to do with it. And tornadoes. I mean, technically, tornadoes can form over water too. You see like
Right.
the water spouts that happen. But
Those are tornadoes.
yeah, but hurricanes and tornadoes are obviously different for the
Well,
obvious
yeah, I'm just saying
reasons.
because the circular motion, it makes you think kind of like when you see a hurricane on the Doppler or whatever the hell it's called, radar, and
Radar.
it's spinning, it kind of looks like a circular, like it could be a tornado.
Mm.
It's Mother Nature's way to cleanse the earth of humans.
Mother Nature's way of saying you guys are assholes
Yeah.
to me.
Well,
Basically.
the human race is
Yeah.
technically considered a virus. They look like
Yeah.
a virus.
Yeah.
Same thing. Put it under like a
We're
microscope.
parasites.
Yeah, we basically are parasites to
We're
the
just
earth.
catalysts. That's basically how I look at it.
We just
but,
ruin
um,
everything.
We suck.
Yeah.
But
What do you
yeah. So as the circular motion goes around and around, then when you have water for a hurricane, that just it's like putting gas in your car just intensifies and accelerates your car, and then that's how you get a hurricane.
Gotcha. Frankie, are we up to take a break?
Yeah.
We're up to take a
All
break.
right, well, we'll be back after these messages from the NFL. Well, we're
Oh, I don't know if we can do that.
I
Yeah,
don't
we
know.
can do that.
Oh yeah,
We'll
yeah,
be back.
sure.
So, like,
We'll be back. Scratch that.
Right.
We'll be back.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. And we're back with the drink. I'm your host Ted, and with me is again Frankie B.
Back at it again.
Yeah, where that is a nice picture that Brittany took of us. I'm gonna post that.
Put on the website. I think what we should do actually is every week we'll kind of have an idea of what we want to talk about. So
Yeah, we'll have a general outline of what we're going to talk about.
so we can tell you like what next week we kind of have in store and what we're gonna be diving into, so that if you are listening and you want to be a part of it, you can comment on it and we can answer some questions like I said before.
Yeah, if whoever's listening on this comments and everything, I will be looking at the comments, so I could jump in there and talk to whoever wants to talk to us and everything.
And if you're lucky enough, we'll pick you and you can come down to Tom's River or up, depending I guess where you live. You can call in and voice your opinion like that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure. That could happen, and it will happen. Sorry, that was weird.
Here's my drink.
On that note, but
So next week we have Will Henniger coming from Kane University. He's been a professor of TED and mine. Yeah, I couldn't see where I was going there. But he'll be coming to us to talk about meteorology, and I'm sure he has his own opinions and facts to talk about
he could
other
talk,
things
he
as
could
well.
talk for. He actually emailed me the other day. He's like, "Dude, I'm totally down for this. Like, I could talk for hours." And he's like, "How long do you plan on doing this?" I'm like, "Not for hours."
No, it's funny too because I'll see him in school. I literally hang out in that one like corner office, and I know when he's coming by because he's always pushing that cart. And he
Oh,
always
yeah.
looks inside that room because I'm always in there too between my classes.
Well, I told him one time that because you know me, I used to always hang out in his office, like, because me and him are like boys and stuff. And he's like, dude, you should just like become like my teaching assistant. I'm like, if I.
He
if I
said
want-
that?
No, I don't remember actually if he did or not, but
It was a dream.
kind of. No,
It's
but
a dream. Ted's dream.
no,
to
I think
become
he actually did
a
like
teacher's
suggest
assistant.
that to me. I'm like, dude, that'd be so sick.
It would be
But,
fun.
yeah, it would. No, he's a cool guy.
Mm-hmm.
And but that was also on the way out. You know, he was going to do the composting thing at the composter on campus and stuff.
Yeah, we'll talk about that as well. So
Yeah.
we'll have
We'll be
a
talking
nice
about
little
composting and
yeah,
weather.
some steps
and,
that you can
you know.
take to start, on a smaller scale, and then just so you can start something, because growing your own food and just having it available to you like that without having to worry about where you're getting it
Oh,
from
yeah, for
and
sure.
how it's
You
getting
actually
there.
can control where it's coming from.
Yeah, and
which
that
is,
plays
you
a
know,
huge part in climate change, because transportation, if you take that into
Oh, yeah.
consideration,
Well, yeah,
you're
well,
burning
think-
gas to
yeah,
transport
like,
it
think
wherever
of
it's
it
got to
like
go.
Where our produce comes from, it comes
Yeah.
from farms out western Jersey, or even farther than that, and
Yeah, and you'll know there's no
transportation
pesticides
costs
in
and
it.
all that
And
kind of.
I always said
stuff.
I always said that if you could get someone on your block or everyone on your block to grow just one specific vegetable,
Dude, you could have your own
Like,
whole market there, just
yeah,
trade off. Be
yeah,
like, yo,
everybody trades at the end of the week or whatever, and then
Let me
you
get
have
it.
everything. Somebody grows tomatoes, somebody grows onions, someone grows peppers.
Yeah, like you could do like a trade. Be like, hey, Martha over there, can I get like a bag of onions and I'll trade you a couple oranges?
and it would
for
all
it
be
or
free.
something?
You wouldn't have to
You
pay
wouldn't
for it
have to
because
worry
you're
about
still
money.
giving. Yeah, it's trade.
That'd be nice. That'd be cool. Can we
Yeah.
start that? Can we start that? Like,
I think
little
we should.
neighborhood produce market thing. That'd be good.
I definitely mentioned that in a class of mine. I think I was doing this impromptu speech where you kind of were giving a topic, and luckily mine happened to land on sustainability. So or it was
Ooh, thank
agriculture,
God.
but I mixed them both together, and I was just
It's not
like,
you're a
yeah, I was like, this would be
sustainability student
cool.
or anything.
Yeah, I know. Getting lucky with that.
I should be getting my degree soon.
I have a sustainable design paper that is actually due tomorrow, and I haven't even decided what I'm going to write. So if anybody would like to give me topics for what I can write about, it's really easy. It only has to be 500 words. In fact, if you want to do it for me too, that would be great.
Pay me a couple bucks and I will.
Nah, 500 words? It's so easy.
Nah,
that's like
dude,
nothing.
You can do that. That's what, like a page
Obviously,
maybe?
I'm going to do that.
Like,
Less than.
exactly. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You have to do a couple pages today.
But I'm still open
not
to
today,
suggestions. Suggestions.
Suggestions
what it could be.
about a topic.
Yeah, Jason. It has to do. It doesn't have to do with sustainability, but it should be. You get kind of extra points if it is.
Well,
But it's any type of movement or something that changed the world. So I was talking to Jason today. He just asked me about it. He's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I've kind of left it till last minute." And he told me he was doing it on the invention of fire, which I think is awesome because it's
The invention of fire.
Yeah, because there's so. I mean,
Well, I don't
think about it.
Anyone invented it. It kind of just happened.
What? What are you talking about?
No, I mean what I'm saying is
You think that lightning hit a tree or something and then it just started a fire?
no, I mean fire
we
is
can
the
really just
product.
dive into this now.
Fire is
Someone
product
broke
of.
two sticks together at some point. And
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I just thought of a great idea.
I get.
For our
I-
podcast,
I feel
you
like
should have an opinion and I'll play devil's advocate every time, and so we can
Oh,
kind
this
of
is gonna be a
argue and we'll make
debate
it
now?
yes, exactly.
No, I'm just saying like I don't. In my personal opinion, fire's not like an invention. It's more like a discovery. Well, inventions are kind of discoveries.
Okay, excuse
You
me.
know what
Okay,
I'm saying? Anyway,
the discovery of fire. Excuse me.
hey, politically correct. But yeah, next week we'll have Will on the show, and hopefully we get to get some juicy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right. Well, until next time, we'll see you on October 1st. And everybody take care of yourselves, and we'll talk to you soon. And hopefully we'll hear from you soon as well. What did I say last time? Stay thirsty, my friends.
And I said, love the environment as much as you love alcohol.
Yeah, you definitely mixed it up once. So it was like
I know I did.
alcohol
I
as
did
much as
before,
you love
but
the environment.
I got it down this time. So